Hey everybody, welcome to Perspective. I'm Orlando Fox and we're here at the 8th annual Polo and Jazz event right here in Brandywine, Maryland. We're going to bring you some interviews, behind the scenes, and so much more. Today is a great day to be epic, but first, let's start the show right now. Let's get into talking about how important it is to have a friend or confidant when you're having challenges in life or when things are just going really well. Why is it important to have that friend?
It's definitely important. My husband is my best friend. He's my confidant. I don't tell my business to just anybody. I keep my circle very small because I want to make sure the person that I'm confiding in has my best interests.
Absolutely. And then you can also identify who the leak is if things get out of control, even though you're not dealing with people like that. But in this day and time, it's really challenging to find people you can trust, particularly because you guys are on television.
No, you spot on. And we actually, I appreciate it. I might shoot a subliminal out here and I don't trust nobody. And if I feel like it's gonna get somewhere, then that's on me. Other than that, she gonna know my business.
Now, speaking of not being able to trust people and looking at mental health, isn't that sort of a challenge for us to feel that we're in spaces where I don't know if I have the right people around me and I have to always watch my back? I think that plays into our personal psyche.
Yeah, I have to set boundaries with people. My energy, my space, my personal space, like I'm very into peace.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like peace. You know, I'll be 50 next week.
Happy birthday to Irena. I just thought about that. Happy birthday.
Celebrating the Virgos today. Virgos and Libras.
Virgos and Libras, and I'll be there felt.
Okay. See? What if it was a surprise?
Huh?
What if it was a surprise?
Then listen, no, it can't be because you guys already posted it. And if it were, I would just edit this out. But it's all good.
Peace, energy, all of that matters to me at this age. Like I just can't be out here just socialize with anyone. I can't let no one disturb my peace. You know, that means everything to me.
And I just wanted to add, and when you spoke on the TV part of it, we actually have had people around us who literally have fake accounts talking to the blogs about us and sending them lies to say this, say that. And we're not gonna say no names, but we know.
So you have evidence of people doing that?
Oh yeah. The bloggers that like us would send us, like, I don't know who this is, but they trying to get me to say this about y'all. And then I did a little snooping on the page, and it's a page I had blocked season 1. And then I found out who probably runs the page.
So for those people who don't know, Marriage and Love and Marriage DC is coming back. You guys announced that. One, how excited you are, and are there any names you publicly want to share that should audition or have audition? Couples.
Well, we are excited. Season 4 will be coming back. As far as couples, they're already going through that process.
Okay.
So we're not referring anybody right now. We already done that part. So we just have to wait and see who they're going to select.
Is there anything differently you hope Carlos does, whether it's the editing? I mean, it's TV, it's business, it has to sell. But most importantly, a lot of times talent, you don't have feedback on what you want to be in and out. But what is it that you hope to highlight more this time?
So I can speak for me off the break. I'm gonna highlight my community work I'm doing. Our relationship we'll do every day anyway on social media. The tit for tat negative, I'm not doing it this year. I have no interest in arguing with people that are irrelevant to me. I'm not making nobody relevant moving forward on TV.
Less drama, more positivity.
Yeah, and a lot of people love the Tylers. You guys know this, right? More love than it is disdain towards you. And that's the goal, is to have a great show and to make sure that you guys stay healthy in your mind. And whatever the message is you want the public to get. Is there anything that you want to say about being here at the Polo and Jazz event today?
Well, we're excited that Susan Smallwood, who's the CEO, she selected us as special guest this year. And this is our first event with Susan. This is our first polo event with Susan. We're excited to see everyone in their fashions, the big hats, the polo match, of course. So we're super excited, blessed, and humbled to be here today.
Now, I see you guys out a lot, and we have definitely a friendship and a relationship, but I know how well you guys dress and put it together. How do you keep this going?
How do we keep this going, Jamie?
I feed off her.
I was just telling the lady down here,
Yeah.
I came in another dress. We got halfway here, my zipper broke. I had to go home
Wow.
and change. But this was his first choice. He wanted me to wear this first, and I was like, no, I want to wear the other dress. And look, he won.
No, you're good choice, Jamie.
He won.
If you can see our room, it's all her stuff lined up, then all my stuff lined up.
Wig,
And then we
makeup.
figure it out as we go. But I start with her. Whatever she's doing, I try to accent. I try to go off of her.
All right, well, thank you guys. I always appreciate the Tylers. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. Why was it important for you to have them?
Because they are Washington, D.C.
You heard Wendy Williams say, you're not taking my job.
They are Washington, D.C.'s power couple, and I love them for their grand energy and what they stand for. They're very humble. And Jamie Tyler has his own mental health foundation, and that's why I selected this couple to be part of my own initiative to stop the stigma on the mental health.
What are your thoughts around what Susan shared about you guys?
Well, Susan, let me tell you something about Susan. Susan is the hardest working woman that I know personally. I've been telling everybody, when I say this lady is out here promoting, marketing her product, her event, and this is every day, all day long. And when I see her out, she's by herself, so she doesn't need a clan of people with her, a team of people. She's out here hustling by herself. And I have mad respect for you. Yes, you're amazing.
And y'all
Mad
are
respect.
Yeah, and that means a lot. Susan, like I said, we've been in these streets for like the last, 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks, grinding, did some media together. I love sharing my resources with her, and we just praying for a successful event. That's all, and I'm honored to be here today.
And what people don't know is that Susan has a story behind her that makes her an incredible woman to have risen to where she is today. So we all appreciate you, Susan. Thank you for having us.
Brandon,
Thank you,
thanks.
guys.
Thank you.
Good
Have
job.
a grand day and live life grand. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. So this year you are here at the 8th annual Polo and Jazz event. What's your role and why it's important for you to be here around mental health?
Mental health is very important. For one, I'm a mental health provider as well. And a lot of things that's going on in the world negatively is because of what's going on in mental health. Another thing is given by African American women, and I think that is just phenomenal.
And how do you look at mental health in a positive way? So many times we think of the negativity, and what I mean by positivity is knowing how important it is to have a therapist.
Very important to have a therapist, because when you leave things so built up inside, it may come out the wrong way. Sometimes talking to somebody brings it out in a positive way more so than the negative.
And a lot of black males, some of us suppress how we feel. We don't think having a professional to speak with is manly or masculine. What say you?
I would say men are very hard, as you said. But we have to work together, and we have to get this demon out of us, because if we don't, it's bad.
Yeah, now let's talk about the work that you do. You did some television work. Tell the public all about that, the movie, etc.
Okay, so I featured on American Gangster Trap Queen. My episode did over 500 million views, subscriptions, so I was offered a movie deal. Mastermind, Born a Statistic, Determined to Die winner, which will be replacing one of everybody's favorite series next season, but I'm gonna let that mingle. Also, I am producing my daughter's movie, Through the Eyes of a Hustler's Daughter, and that will be on BT Plus.
Now, why are these type of movies either important to you or the story is necessary to tell?
My daughter's story is straight mental health. Me being in the streets, I didn't realize that a lot of her mental health problems are caused. So me showing parents when we do things as parents and we think we're doing the greatest things, sometimes we hurting our children. So I need to get that story out there and let us know. You know, we got to make better decisions because I didn't make the best decisions.
Thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you so much,
Thank
Chantel.
you.
All right, so let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Why is it important for you to be a title sponsor each year? How many years has it been?
This is the third year for me. When I first met Susan Smallwood of Grandiosity and La Grande Caviar, I said, I'm in. I'm gonna help you build this brand. So, and one is important because it's based off of dealing with mental illness, right? Yes. However, we go from mental illness to mental wealth and mental healing, you know, so that's why I got involved. And also, you know, growing up in my family as well. And then my 15-year-old son, you know, tragically shot and killed my wife in front of me. My 8-year-old son shot me twice. So it shouldn't be a mental incarceration. It should be a mental place they can go get healing. So I'm going to be advocating because mental illness should never be misdiagnosed with incarceration. Incarceration should be healing.
Well, I'm just really proud to be a part of this event. I'm really proud to be able to participate in something so beautiful. And I'm so proud of us collectively as a community that we're now taking mental health more seriously, that we're telling our children it's okay, that we're telling our boyfriends and husbands that it's okay, that we're telling our wives that it's okay not to be okay sometimes, and that you can come out, you can get mental health, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It only helps you. It helps you find balance, which helps to improve your life as a whole.
And let's also highlight the positivity of mental health, meaning that it's really important to have a friend or a confidant to reach out to when you are having those difficult times. Why is that important to have someone?
I believe it's very important. So for me, I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. So I've been with God because in the scripture it says, God said, those who worship me worship me in spirit and truth. So I have a relationship with God. Everybody doesn't have that. So some people turn to different things. Here is the irony of it, how to cope with it. So you need to get with somebody, either a therapist or someone you can trust that's going to give you the right guidance and bring you through what you're going through without judging you and without going back and putting your business out there.
But what do you say to those people who say it's hard for me to trust because life has beaten me up?
I would say, you know what? You're not alone. I would say I understand why you feel that way. And I would also say that may be true. Life may have beaten you up, but it's not too late. It's never too late. It's never too late to find healing. It's never too late to find balance. It's never too late to get an accountability partner to make sure you continue to do that. So I understand how they feel.
And I often say that every day you wake up is a new day with a new beginning to be a new you. Every day gives you that opportunity. My people, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Miguel, how long have you been a polo player?
Man, I've been playing polo 15 years or so.
15 years or so. And what does the theme of mental health and the correlation with playing polo mean, particularly for people of color?
You know, I wrote a book called Peace Over Everything. And that deals with mental health and the things I started prioritizing my peace over money, over situations, short-term satisfaction, you know what I mean? So I'm all for mental health. I think that it's something as black men, we need more attention and focus around because we suffer in silence a lot. So, you know, I'm definitely supporting that.
Yeah, and what can people expect, particularly having an all-black polo team playing? What should we expect? What should we understand about that?
Well, I think that it's so uncommon, first and foremost, but I think it inspires people to think outside the box. You know, for so long, even I saw polo as something that was a barrier that, you know, wasn't for me or for us. And to knock this barrier down means that people will think about other areas with barriers and start thinking that, you know what, I can do that too. And this is why I started, you know, the youth polo teams with kids, because I think, you know, for them to play polo will give them confidence to understand that, you know, if you can do this, you can do anything.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, Miguel.
God bless you, brother. Thank you.
So, Carmen, what does it mean to be at this polo and jazz event, particularly around mental health? You come from the reality TV world, where sometimes it gets messy, people's personal psyche is shifted, a person has to figure out how to balance life. What say you?
I think mental health is important from not even now as adults, even when we were teenagers, right? Once we were in like grade school, we were like, oh, everything is fun, peachy and king. You get in middle school, high school, and things change. And so sometimes we don't know how to say, I'm not okay. So we need to learn to see the signs when someone's going through something and support that and be a community and have an open door policy. So I think it's very important to be at this event, to stay strong. And as influencers, we need to say, hey, I know you may be going through something today. I understand. It doesn't matter if you're big, small, famous, or regular.
Yeah, and let's be more direct. So since the show Love and Marriage DC has come to an end for that particular season, how have you been able to manage your mental health? There's a lot you went through.
Ooh, child, listen, I still have war with some of my castmates, but you know what? I feel like you can get through anything. Me personally, it was a vacation. I was so happy to not be dealing with drama every time I walked on a stage in a scene. So I enjoyed it.
Now the show is coming back. Are you coming back?
Well, you know, I could never say that.
Have they auditioned you?
I don't have to audition.
There you have it. So I think, is that fair to say you probably will be back?
I would say that it would be fair to think that the story ended with me, so how does it begin or continue without me? That's a fair assessment.
Is there a particular couple you would like to mend the fence with and sort of fix things?
You know what? Every couple. I really don't have a problem with Jamie and Arena. I think they're a beautiful couple. I think they're actually very poised, and it's a couple to look up to. They've been together for over 20 years. I really don't have a problem with them. Even with Joy and Clifton, life is too short. I really don't have a problem with them either. But if they want a problem, we can have a problem. But however, I have no problem with them starting now.
When the last time you guys spoke?
On the couch.
Since the reunion?
Yeah.
Not a conversation, a call, or anything?
No. When you think it's like fake sometimes, no, actually, it's real.
Now, speaking of fake, what do you say to people who say your man, your friend, your boyfriend is fake or rent a guy, etc.? And I'm not being messy, but I'm just saying it's out there.
Well, just like events here, if you met my man at that time, I'm not with him anymore. Breaking news. But
breaking news right here on Perspective that she's not with that gentleman anymore.
No, but we were together for 18 months, okay. And it was just disrespectful because, like, for example, we've drank together, been to clubs together, all of us. So, okay, now you're playing a game. Okay. Don't play in my face. You know, I would never do that. We can play games, but don't lie on me. So, no, there's no rent-a-man. And look at me. Do I look like I need a rent-a-man? Never. Okay. Play with your mommy. Don't play with me.
Thank you, Carmen. I appreciate you. Why is it important to be at the Polo and Jazz event and the focus regarding mental health? Why does that mean so much to you?
No, it means a lot to me. It's a great cause, and I really feel that has been overlooked by so many people, but so many families, myself as well, but that's not the reason I'm here. But so many people, I know how mental health could affect the society, family, and so forth. But I'm here because of my dear friends, Susan Smallwood. She invited me to be here, and when I found out what the cause was for, I said, I'm in, and you have my full support. It means a lot to me personally and to all my family.
And Susan, it's a great partnership. Susan, what does it mean to have his cigar company to be a part of this amazing event?
Oh my grandness, it is the grandest of the grandest. Do you know world famous Arturo Fuente Cigars owner Carlito flew in on his private jet to come and celebrate my birthday, everyone's birthday, this whole event, and to share the fact that he believes in the cause of mental health.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to share?
When we mention cigars, I produce them, but I don't sell them. I sell love. Cigars bring people together, and through cigars, I've been able to meet so many wonderful people and have founded several foundations that has been able to give back to children, changing this world one child at a time, Boys and Girls Club, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and any great cause. And to me, that's why I work so hard to try to continue or achieve to be the best in the world so I could reach those people with big hearts and understand in life when you've been given and you receive, you have a responsibility to give back. And that's why I'm here today.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yep. Why is it important for you to be here today?
Why? Because this is our event.
Absolutely.
This is this is the first, I don't know how to say, African American, Black, colored, Negro. I've been so many, I've lived so long. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a brother from Brooklyn. This is our first time I've been to a polo match that is us.
Yes.
And it's important that we support this. So thank you for having me. This is amazing. We have a polo match going on.
And in your lifetime, this would be considered as an anomaly. Like, we don't see it. It doesn't happen.
No. This has never happened in my life. And I've been around a while.
Yes.
You remember Moses?
I do.
Okay. I went to school with him. Matter of fact, I'm the guy who told him you only need 10.
Yeah.
I said, Moses, you only need 10. He tried to write 20. 10, man.
And my final question is, what message do you have to our young folks who are really struggling in their mental health?
Believe in yourself because you're not mentally challenged. You've been brought here by a God greater than all the universe can understand. Believe in who you are. And those who are sheltered and have brought them to this planet, love them more so that they can understand their understanding of who they are. There's no mentalness. There's no mental problem. There's only problems with us not understanding the truth of what God has sent.
Thank you so much. Why is it important for you to be here to continue to support these mental health initiatives?
Well, I think that it's incredibly powerful that important people use their platforms to not only create more awareness surrounding mental health, and normalizing the conversation, but also with something such as this, making that conversation elevated and luxurious. And so people actually aspire to want to be a part of that conversation.
And how exciting it is to be a part of a media industry that supports that. You're a part of DC Living Local. Talk about that experience.
Well, of course, it is just not only a joy, but an honor and a privilege to be able to use that platform to amplify the voices of our community and empower others.
Oftentimes when we talk about mental health, we're speaking about the sort of negativity of it, like depression, anxiety. Let's shift the thinking and talk about something positive. How good does it feel to have a confidant or a friend when you are being challenged in life?
It is probably the single most supportive thing that you can lean into. Each one of us has that person, that rock that they can swim to in a storm, to quote Sade. And if you don't, you can always dial 988, which is the suicide prevention hotline, this being Suicide Prevention Month, because help is available.
So I just want to close out by really saying what message for our youth that are on social media and they see that as real life, particularly the youth of color?
I would just like to lean into the positive and affirming words of mental health, mental wellness. And so if you think of those words respective of mental in front of them, health is always a positive thing. Wellness is always a positive thing. And so I think we can embrace that, elevate that in conversation, and aspire to it as the highest platitude of our being as a whole.
Excellent response. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Many couples, married or otherwise, have your ups and downs, and you experience a roller coaster. How do you guys manage those challenging times?
I would say we go straight to God. I'm telling you, through any of our trials and tribulations in our marriage, we give every single issue and concern to Him. And it has helped us tremendously. When we try to do it ourselves, that didn't work. But now that we give it to all the Almighty and Him give it to Him, it has really helped us with our growth.
And Preston, what does self-care look like for you and your wife?
Self-care looks like for me and my wife, self-care is really just the perspective of dealing with God. You know, just self-preservation,
And do you guys sometimes do anything special, maybe a walk in a park, you do a manicure, pedicure together, or you just keep still and surrender?
So what we do, what I will say is, I would tell every married couple out here, you have to date your wife. You have to start dating. Just like when you first do the things you did when you first met her.
Thank you. What does self-care look like for you all?
Well, I would think that self-care is really paying attention to your creating a sense of peace for yourself and a peace for each other. So that's what self-care looks like for us as a unit, as a couple. Me helping to ensure that he gets his peace that he deserves and needs, and him ensuring that I get mine as well.
Now, you guys are another stylish couple, and you're friends with the Tylers, Jamie and Raina for Love and Marriage DC. Are you all auditioning for that show?
We are not auditioning for that show.
Would you like to be on the show?
We would not like to be on the show. We actually enjoy our privacy, our private life. Our life is already super busy. We with our kids and our family. So we just enjoy like being a part of just going to different events with them and supporting their dream on the show. So that's what we love.
All right, thank you. All right, you're one of the polo players here. What does it mean to have an all-black polo team?
I've been saying this since I got the invite. It's a landmark event, and the reason I say that is because this is the first time that I'll be playing in a polo tournament that is strictly all black players. So it's a landmark event again, and it's a wake-up call to have more people of color involved to play polo, as well as the cause that we're playing for, mental health. It's a big deal.
How do more people of color get involved in playing polo?
So first of all, the location we're in right now is a predominantly black county. And the idea was to bring this event here to give it more awareness and have people see what the game is like. It's fun, and you can be a part of it.
And how do you manage your mental health when things are just out of control or life is taking us through a storm?
For me, polo is one of the ways that I stay sane. And the reason is because the game of polo is a very strategic game. And apart from the thrill and excitement, it's a game that keeps you mentally fit because it's about precision, it's about timing, it's about teamwork, communication, and also with the fact that I'm in the cybersecurity space, that also helps keep my brain active.
Great, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So you have a history and you're very well known for your artwork. Tell us more about that.
Well, yeah, I am known for my artwork. I've been doing it full time, going on about 21 years. I first started live painting with my brother Raheem Devon. So a lot of people may know me from that stage, from the album cover and things like that. But since on and throughout my journeys, I've just been capturing the moments live, like some of the most important moments of our lifetime too. Like for instance, I did Biz Markie funeral. Painting him on stage was like super iconic for me because it was such a sentimental moment for the family and the world, and being called to be a part of that is like one of the most, like platforms, the most humblest platforms I've been on in my life. So, but I just like to have a good time, come out, paint, capture the moment. I got murals around the city. I'm Howard Theater resident artist. If anybody been backstage, Fox 5.
And tell us why it's important for you to be here.
It's very important for me to be here to lend my gift, my God-given gift, and also humble at the platform that's been lended to me. So, definitely want to support Susan for her birthday and her cause. Mental health awareness is, it's a very strong cause. Actually, I said Raheem Devon's name earlier, but he's a big advocate for that as well. So, I guess I'll be here representing for my brother.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What brings you out today to this beautiful polo and jazz event that's focusing on mental health?
Listen, I am excited to be here. I wanted to come last year, but we got rained out. So I'm so glad that the weather is beautiful, and I just wanted to support a great cause.
What does mental health mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. I know I have a lot of people in my family who suffer from different forms of depression or anxiety, bipolar. So yeah, it's definitely an issue that's extremely important.
How excited are you to know that in the Black community, it's a conversation that feels every day to people? It's not something you have to hide anymore.
Listen, that is the most exciting piece, is that it is a conversation that we're having. It was so taboo before in the past, and people didn't, a lot of folks didn't get diagnosed, a lot of people didn't get treated for that very reason. So now that we're having these conversations, people can get diagnosed, they can get whatever help that they need. So I think it's beautiful. We're seeing more mentally healthy people in our community now. So it's a great thing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Now, before we get into the full interview, what inspired this beautiful look?
Actually, this great event that we're at, it's fall, so I wanted to give a little flower still, but give a little darkness due to the fall. So yeah, I'm just giving, what I can give today.
Now, let's segue into when you said darkness. We know around mental health, there's been a lot of darkness, and here you're bringing sunshine and light to this outfit. Let's also talk about the positivity of mental health. More specifically, having a confidant or friend that you can turn to when times are difficult. What say you?
For myself, when it comes to mental health, my husband is actually a mental health counselor. So we deal with a lot of youth already, and we have a nonprofit called the Youth Uplifting Project. It's called YEP. So we do deal with a lot of mental health with adults and young children. Yes.
And speaking of young children, what's the message for our youth that are struggling in their mental health, trying to develop identity?
I would tell the youth that's trying to find themselves out here in the world, because there's so much going on, to just try to stay strong and to, just look to, there's a higher power. I don't know everyone's beliefs, but there is a higher power. And I just believe that young people, if they just reach out sometimes they don't reach out, so we don't know that they need help. But if they reach out and they just let us know, there's a lot of help out here for the youth and for adults with mental health issues.
Thank you, that was excellent. Why is this event important for you, considering that mental health is getting so much attention?
Oh my gosh, because, as being a member of the Royal House of Cappadocia, we focus on taking care of women and children that have been trafficked, that are homeless. And along with that comes, mental health issues. And so for us, this is a big issue. We're spreading this across the world. And we see it every day. Everyday life. I see it in business. I'm a businesswoman. I see it in business every single day, where we have, instead of limiting beliefs, we should have lifting beliefs. Right? We should have these lifting beliefs. But a lot of this comes from comparing ourselves to one another. And I always say that comparison is the thief of joy. Right?
I love that. Comparing is a thief of joy. So how do you live through life not juxtaposing if your life is better or less than someone else's life?
Oh my gosh, I would never do that. So I would never live my life thinking one is better than the other. We always seek, and I always have sought to, when you get it to the ivory tower in life, your job is to take the elevator down and bring others up. That's our role. And so anything that we can do to help increase the awareness of mental health that's happening in our nation is, and really in the world, is something near and dear to what we all should be doing on a daily basis. It's not what I'm doing or any entity, but I'm so excited that we're here increasing the awareness. And watch out, because it's going to get bigger now, because I'm walking around and meeting everybody and saying, you're playing small scale, let's take it bigger.
Thank you so much. That was great. How excited are you to be here today?
I am extremely excited to be here. Number one, because I love Susan Smallwood. I've known her for many years, and I know her passion. Her purpose is behind mental health. The company that I'm with, Transformation Health, is a major sponsor, and we love when people do unconventional ways and means to introduce mental health to our people. And what other way than polo and jazz?
Polo and jazz is such an opulence and elegance, and for what Susan is putting on is exciting. What does self-care look like for you?
So it's funny that you say that. Since the pandemic, since 2019, our owner, director, Miss Monica Bodie, has always been promoting self-care for our team, for our clients. And what I think it is about what makes you happy. So music and dancing makes me happy. She too. We started a movement called End the Stigma, and we created a therapeutic dance hall inside of our office where our team can have a dance break. Our clients have come out of sessions just to have a dance break. That to me exudes self-care.
I agree, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's exciting to have you guys here. We have Miss District of Columbia. When did you guys win this, and what does it mean to be Miss DC?
So we actually were crowned in June of this year, and we actually just went to Miss Teen USA and Miss USA in California, where we placed top 20, and it means so much to us to be able to represent the District of Columbia and just serve our community and be active participants in our community as well.
Yeah, same thing what she said. We were crowned June 29th, so not even 3 months ago. We went off to Miss USA and tried to represent the district really, really strong. DC has an amazing, strong sisterhood with so many incredible, accomplished women. So to be a part of that legacy and that history is truly a game changer.
And just very quickly, what message do you have to the young folks out there who are on social media, or they may not be on social media, but they're struggling in their mental health?
I would say prioritize yourself and prioritize who you are. You know yourself the best, and it's so important. For me, as the DC Teen USA, I'm in college and I go to Howard University, so I'm navigating that and I understand the stress. But it's so important to prioritize yourself and know your self-worth and how much you're able to accomplish in this world. My personal platform is called Broadcast Her, so it's amplifying voices of women in amazing industries. And so I really want teens to be out there and amplifying their voice and know their capabilities as well.
Yeah, 100%. My platform is Miss DC USA is advocating for children with incarcerated parents in the district. I know how important this community is because I lived, breathed, and experienced it. And so what I do is not only work in DC, but also Maryland, Virginia to enrich the quality of life, instill hope, and transform trajectories of children with incarcerated parents because I know how important mental health is with this community. And so that's what I've been doing since I've been crowned. And no matter the cause that we're celebrating, it always goes back to mental health and taking care of yourself.
Thank you. What inspired you to be here at this event today?
Susan, I love Black excellence. I thought it'd be a lovely event to attend, network with some other people that are in business as well.
Now, the theme again this year is mental health. I wanted to focus on the positivity of mental health. So often we hear about the negativity. What do you offer around the positivity of mental health? For instance, why it's important to have a friend or somebody you can confide in?
It's absolutely important. We've all had those moments where we just felt like wanting to give it up, but you just can't give up. And mental illness is real. I mean, if we have a heart problem, what do? We take medicine for a heart problem. We go to the doctor. So we have to get rid of that stigma that it's a bad thing. It's just a part of our body we have to take well care of, or we won't function in society.
What do you say to so many young folks that are struggling with their mental health for various reasons?
It's okay to talk to someone, We all need someone. So I think go for it. You will change your life. Honestly, counseling, therapy, discussing your issues, it only can better your life and enrich it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Tracy. Why are you here and why is it important for you to be here?
I think it's important for us to be here to, for one, support any event that has a mission and a cause towards charity. And also one of our brothers who's involved in this event really wanted us to be here to make sure we see how exciting it can be to just be a part of something bigger than what you are.
Absolutely. What do you say to men of color who feel challenged to go sit down and talk with someone?
Oh, they need to break that barrier down and embrace arts, culture, Black excellence, get involved, show up, show out, do your thing, and that's all you got to do is be present.
Like he said, their brother hit it right on the nose and stuff. We got to support our youth. We got to support young men and make sure they get to where they need to get to in life because we're all looking to be successful, but not only that, help our communities out.
Do you think there's a correlation between our young folks and the criminogenic behavior and mental health? If so, speak on it.
I think that the mental health is a key component because sometimes you have to look at their family and what's going on. And that mental health, once we start repairing that, then you might not see as much crime. But there's also disparities within our crime and criminal system that we still have to fix.
Absolutely. We show up through mentorship, representation, and modeling the way. We have to pour into our youth today and let them know that there's always alternatives. If you're struggling with anything, be it drugs, mental health, reach out, find somebody to talk to. Know that somebody has been there and is willing to help you through your process.
Thank you, brothers. I appreciate you so much. Tell us why you're here and why is it important for you to be here based on your company?
So I'm here to represent MPB Group, which is an outpatient mental health clinic in Maryland, as well as our outreach company, which is Healing Escapes, where we offer psychedelic retreats in Jamaica. I really want to offer people education and opportunity to expose themselves to an alternative way of mental health treatment.
What message do you have for many of the young folks out there? Every day they're just trying to make it and get through. What say you?
My message to others who may be losing hope or feeling a little bit sad about situations is to trust your intuition, trust your gut, and follow that. Because we need to trust our own inner nature in terms of what is best for ourselves and not get distracted by everything around us in terms of social media and the pressures from everybody. That's why we offer Healing Escapes, to kind of get away from all of that and just to kind of sit with yourself, practice mindfulness, and really get in tune with what really brings you healing, what brings you peace. Because if you find that within yourself, you're able to offer to other people and then in turn feel better and more positive about your own situation.
Thank you so much.